my name's Lizzie. I'm Anglican. In 4.5 weeks' time, I'm going to be moving into a convent, ready to become a postulant. So I've been trying to sort through my flat, getting rid of unnecessary things in preparation for that. But even looking at religious life aside, I've spent years as an aspiring minimalist anyway, like wishing I could own as little as possible. And I've finally got to that point where I've got rid of everything that's kind of unnecessary in my flat. So this is the moment to show you my flat before other things like furniture start disappearing or before my books start disappearing. So this is finally kind of how I've kind of wanted to get my flat for ages anyway. And this is how I'd be quite happy to live like for years with the amount of stuff I've got in it at present, apart from my food cupboard, which doesn't have much in it anymore. But I thought I would just give you a quick tour around my flat if it interests you, because I know some people just love watching kind of minimalist apartment tour type videos. So here's just a whiz round my flat. I've done a whole video about my kitchen, so I won't bother going into it in detail, but this is my little kitchen. I don't know how good the lighting is, but that's that's where I was just standing. This is an old vase I borrowed from my mum, but it's good for just storing plastic bags in. Right, and this is my living room, which you'll have seen bits and pieces of in the background of videos. I've rejigged the furniture around a bit, so this is now my kind of chapel area. This is where I have my set prayer times, as it were. In fact, this is I've spent for about 12 years now, I've written myself kind of nun-like timetables, and so I've even given myself one just to give me some kind of structure over the next few weeks. So I've already done some videos on a day in my life and a weekend in my life, and that will show you how my life was before before I left work, because I'm in a bit of an odd situation now, sort of having finished work and doing lots of work on my flat and spending a lot of the day doing YouTube videos in this in-between period. But my day in the life and weekend in my life videos will show you more what my normal life used to look like. But it's still the same structure as before, just I'm getting up a bit later because I don't need to start work at 6:30 now, so I'm not getting up till 5:30, which is nice. And it's still the same structure of like an hour's prayer morning and evening, like more I've been really influenced by Carmelite spirituality, so I've still got that in place, and then morning and evening prayer, although I'm now using Matins and Vespers from the prayer book of the community I'm going to be joining, and Eucharist at lunchtime still, so it's still like the same kind of pattern, just slightly different timings from what I used to do. Anyway, these I spent a lot of yesterday sorting through these box files, and there are 5 with labels on them, and basically I had 20 of them, and 15 of them are now empty, going to my mum and my sister to be shared between them. So out of the 5, I've got, if this at all interests you, one is exam certificates, and just stuff I wanted to keep, like old work and old photos and old cards and things, but I've got that all down to one box file finally. This is manuals and guarantees and leads and random kind of electrical random stuff. This is anything related to flat documents and financial documents. This is anything that I'm kind of currently sort of in the middle of dealing with, and this is actually even spare, so I only needed 4 of them, so I was quite happy to get down from 20 box files to 5. And yeah, these books will be going next week, so this is what my bookshelves look like while they actually have books in them, and I've now just got that going on in the corner and here, and this is I printed that out on 2 pieces of paper at an internet cafe, as sort of creating my own version of that painting. This is this cube, which I usually balance you on when I'm filming on my sofa. I put the laptop on top of it. It's too dark to see. All it's got is my laptop in it, and charger and some paper. And in this, which becomes kind of my coffee table, as it were, sometimes, that's all the things in there are things that I'm putting by to go into my parents' loft for the time being while I'm a postulant. So that's that. And then here we've got a little table which I loved, which I found in a charity shop. And these are just books that I read quite regularly. Or, yeah, they're just ones that there's no point having on the shelves because I'm using them so much. And then here's my sofa from a charity shop. And here's my prayer stool in the corner. If you're wondering what on earth is going on here, it gets so hot in this flat that I have to open my windows wide in the summer. But I'm opposite a park, and loads of flies come in if I don't do something about it. So I found this cheap netting and I've basically just pegged it round, so it looks a bit odd, but it keeps the flies out. And here's a couple of chairs for when I invite friends around for dinner. But I've done a lot of work on these baskets as well, so I've got barely anything left in them now. So I've got my tablet and my diary, and this hasn't started yet. This was 99p from Card Factory, so I recommend that for cheap diaries. And then this one I've got just like leads, phone charger, and that's about it, on the thing that connects this phone to my laptop and earphones. This is just like stationery and just a few important things like banky things and passports and that kind of thing. And then at the bottom I've just got my colouring things, which are a birthday present. It was my birthday a few weeks ago, and it's like, what do you get someone that's going into a convent? So I was given all these different Christian postcards and bookmarks and things that you colour in yourself. I thought it was really nice because it gives me something to do in my free time at the convent, but it also potentially means that the community could then sell them as well, which I thought was a nice idea. So that's all I've got in those. And at the bottom, underneath, I've got a few presents for people I'm hiding away. So that is all that's in here. That's an icon of Mary that belonged to my granddad. And this is another internet cafe printout for 30p. And I got a bit of a lecture from the Muslim owner of the internet cafe on printing pictures of Jesus. But anyway, that was that's that. And then this is just all I've got in my hallway now is a Hoover, and this is basically where I dry my clothes as well. There's not much to look at here. Just got my hat and my bag and my dressing gown and things hanging there, and this is it's a bit too dark to see. This is just like my tiny little bathroom. And then that's the entrance door into my flat. And then this is my bedroom. These drawers used to be in my parents' room for years and years, and I've kind of, need some light, inherited them for now anyway, that they're going in 2 weeks' time. So this is my wardrobe, and that's just got a sleeping bag and a winter coat in it, and this other spotty bag needs to go back to its owner. It's some roller skate pads that I borrowed. And then down here I've got I'm kind of known for having rucksacks. I've got this rucksack for going on holiday, like going away for a week or something with. Then I've got the little blue one is like my main one for going about sort of for the day or something. Then I've got this mediums, oh, you can't really see it, in like a normal size rucksack. That's if I need to take my laptop around, and also when I do my food shop and stuff like that, or if I'm going away for the weekend, that's the right size for that. So I find I have to have these different size bags. So those are those, and that's me. This basket is basically all the stuff that I need to try and use up. I've got I seem to have 2 different things of cream, and I've got old makeup that needs using up, so I might have to wear makeup a lot over the next few weeks. So that's just where all my sort of toiletry-ish stuff goes, and a mini hairdryer. And then on the back of my door I've just got a raincoat, denim jacket, and really warm fuzzy fleecy thing. I've had this for years and years. I ordered this. It's actually by Picasso, and it was a specific person he painted as well. I can't think who it was, if it was his mum or wife or something like that. But I quite liked it as an image of God as mother, or of I don't know if you know Anselm's prayer about how Jesus is like a mother to us. So I really like that painting. That's one of the few things in my flat I'm actually going to keep and not give away and put into storage in my parents' loft. This is just an area of pinkness. And then this, I've got rid of most of my shoes now that I don't now that I'm wearing skirts. I don't need all the other shoes that I used to need when I was sort of going out walking in mud and jeans and stuff. So all I've got now is my running shoes, some flip-flops, slippers, and then it's too dark to see. Just some Doc Marten type boots and some more summery shoes and some more normal shoes. And then my little dumbbell things and towel rail. And that's there are just occasions where I go out and even that little blue rucksack is far too big if I only need my purse and my keys or something. So I've got that tiny handbag I found for £1 in a charity shop. This bunny, by the way, is for my goddaughter. I just haven't got around to giving it to her yet. This mirror I'd like to keep if at all possible, so hopefully that will go in my parents' loft. Here's some more netting. I feel so granny-ish with this netting, but I need it. And this is just like my bedside table. This was only £10 on the internet. It's on a dimmer switch. I don't know if it will show up in daylight. Yeah, it's really nice. And that's just got a few like bits and pieces, like what has it got in it? Like just my eye mask for, you know, I wake up early. Well, I wake up early anyway, but I'll wake up at like 4 in the morning if I don't wear it because it gets light outside so early. So it's got bits and pieces like that. And then this is just like my favourite book and my journal and sewing kit. I haven't got very much in here anymore. And then got pyjamas and bedding. And then this is just sports kit. And then in my other drawers I had, well, like obvious things, but also just a few long sleeve t-shirts and goodness knows how many pairs of tights for different seasons, and about 1 pair of jeans. That's pretty much it. Oh, and then like a woolly hat and gloves for winter. So that's all I've got in my drawers in here. You can probably hear there's really sweet children playing in the house opposite. And then this is just my little bed and my granddad's crucifix. So that's basically my whole flat. And then go back to where we started. So anyway, I hope that helps you picture where I'm living, and it really will not be looking like this much longer. I'm away for a week, and then I've got about 1 more week of living in this flat before all my furniture gets taken to a charity that helps asylum seekers, and then all the other bits will then go to a charity shop around the corner. So yeah, making the most of it while I've still got it.